Hi there. I'm going to go live just a little bit early here. Also, let me get my screens organized here. Let's get it on both screens. Go to my system, go to my display. Isn't this exciting? You can't see anything that I'm doing. I'm going to duplicate these displays. There we go. And we'll keep those changes. Okay. But I just wanted to go live because I think I'm still on. Yeah. Because I'm seeing all kinds of great things coming in from all over the world. Ontario, Canada, Sweden, on a train between Stockholm and Gothenburg. Fantastic with sketchy Wi Fi. Yeah, but man, look around. That's so cool. South Wales, welcome, 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 welcome. You have a new prince. Uh, and we got Sandy down in Orange County and Dina out on the East Coast, literally on the East Coast, and Salt Lake City, Pasadena, all the way from Pasadena with Miss Jean Horn. Hello. And so great to see everyone. Uh, Otherwise known as Roger Nolan Day in my calendar. Yes, it's going to be declared an official holiday in 2024. Very happy to let everyone know that the paperwork has gone through. Hey, what do you think of my shirt, by the way? Oh, I don't know. It was just laying there, and I thought I'd put it on and see what happens. But it sort of fits into what I want to talk about today. Meanwhile, thank you for being here at the Center for Mindful Living's Sunday Community Meditation. If you'd like to support this or any of the other programs that we have at the Mindful Living Collective, there's a simple way you can do it. You can go to the website, which I've put up here on the screen in the chat. And if you would like to give a donation, I don't get any of it. I don't ask for any of it. This goes into scholarships and helping the infrastructure and so forth. But we're very, very pleased to have you here. So if this is your first time, welcome. Very, very happy to have you. If this is your 100th time, welcome back. Glad to have you too. It's probably my 100th time at least by now. So, what I wanted to talk about, and I really often don't know what my theme is going to be. Valerie Strilko always writes me and says, "What's your theme going to be on Sunday?" It's like, Valerie, I don't know. And sometimes I don't know till I sit in the chair. But this time I didn't know until I was on my way over here. So yesterday I went to Descanso Gardens with my wife Kathy to just take a little walk, and it was cool here in Southern California. It wasn't 105 degrees, and Descanso Gardens is a really beautiful spot in Pasadena. And unfortunately, of course, we've been having drought conditions for the past 3 years. So Descanso has had to really back off on some of the watering that they do because they want to be good stewards of the environment and the water, and also to be a good example to folks about how you can have sustainable things in your garden or your yard, whatever it might be. And so one of the things they have done is they have installed a labyrinth in the middle of a rose garden. In this way, they don't have to plant anything there because it's not made of plants. It's actually made of stone and gravel and so forth. And I'm a big labyrinth walker from way back. I have walked the labyrinth at Chartres Cathedral, for example, barefooted. Wherever I see a labyrinth at retreat centers or wherever it may be, I'm going to walk that labyrinth at least once. And so here's a labyrinth. It's like, okay, well, let's walk the labyrinth. And when I do, I usually have a mantra that I repeat with each step in some way. Thank you, Paula. Good to see you too. I have a mantra that I repeat to myself with each step. And it usually has something to do with the Dharma. So it might be with each step, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, non self, something like that. This time I decided to use the four Brahma Viharas, or divine abodes, sometimes known as the four immeasurables. And the four immeasurables are loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. I used the Pali words as I was walking because it gets a little hard to say those with each step. So it was metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. Metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha, with each step that I took. And what happens when we repeat these sorts of things, much like in loving kindness practice, we're planting these seeds in our brains and in our bodies. And as we continue, this becomes more of the mode in which we are operating. We actually inhabit these divine abodes as we continue to repeat these phrases. Now, if you ever walk a labyrinth, or you just want to do some walking meditation in this way, just back and forth in a lane or in a circle or whatever works for you, then with each step you could have a mantra. Sometimes it can be simply here, here, here. With each step, I'm arriving here. Or it could be a phrase of loving kindness. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be happy. Whatever it might be for you, for others. And in that way, the labyrinth becomes an embodied experience, a little bit more than simply, oh, I'm walking around here and where's the next turn? Oh, and here's the next turn, whatever it might be. So I recommend this in some ways to engage with a mantra practice like this. Now, we can also, in our daily mindfulness practice, evoke mantras of some kind. They could be, for instance, an affirmation, a personal affirmation that maybe you have developed for yourself. It could be a phrase of loving kindness that you have developed for yourself. It could simply be saying with each breath, I'm here. I'm here, or just here, here, or it could be in, out, or it could be with each breath, I am home. With each breath, I am home, or just home, whatever it might be for you. And in that way, you can actually meet your needs in this moment. If your need is for safety, it could be, I'm safe, I'm safe. If it could be for peace and ease, peace, ease. I used to have a mantra where I realized I was holding a lot of tension in my abdomen. So it would be soften the belly, open the heart. Soften the belly, open the heart. Expanding, releasing, finding for yourself maybe a little something to engage with during the practice that embodies your need in that moment. So, why don't we begin our practice? Whatever practice is best for you, in whatever position is best for you. It could be sitting, it could be lying down, maybe you're standing or walking, maybe you're making breakfast, whatever it may be. Engage with your life in these practices so that the practices are part of your life. And then you engage with your life as part of the practice. Yeah, I like that. Engage with the practices as being part of your life, and then your life becomes part of your practice. Ooh, okay, let's do that. And so this is our opportunity to come to rest, And maybe taking a little bit deeper inhale and with a kind of sighing exhale, letting go. Letting go of the week that was, maybe a few more like that. Letting go of the week to come. The week that was is history. The week to come is a mystery. And we are home in this moment. This is where we can rest. Maybe looking through the body, feeling through the body, exploring the body a little bit to gauge what your needs might be in this moment. Maybe the needs are for the eyes to be open, gazing out a window, maybe to be closed. Maybe at some point the need is to open those eyes or to shift your position. And if you have a need, maybe for quiet, maybe for peace and ease, maybe to untangle yourself from fearful thoughts, this practice can be here to help you meet that need. Perhaps finding for yourself a word or short phrase. Breathing in, perhaps it's simply opening. Breathing out, softening, opening, softening. Let whatever word or short phrase you choose serve whatever need may be here. If we ignore our needs or are just unconscious of them, these needs do not get met. If we tend to what we need in this moment with lightheartedness, with as best we can a non-judgmental, non-critical attitude, that need may start to be met. And if the judgmental thoughts occur of, oh, I don't want to be needy, I'm not deserving of my needs being met, this is too hard for me, it won't work. If any of these thoughts occur, they simply can be noted as thoughts. Maybe we can even be friendly toward them. They may have been with us for a long time, companions on our path. They're just thoughts. They're just what the body and mind have put together as a strategy to keep you safe. But they don't need to be here and they don't serve you. So thank them, let them go. Come back to maybe a word or short phrase that embodies what you need right now. Maybe aligning that with the inhale and the exhale. So let's continue in this way if it's something that you need. We'll continue in silence. And as we continue, remembering these practices are not about emptying the mind. They are not about stopping thoughts or even quieting the mind. These can sometimes be a natural experience that we have, But that's not why we're here. We're here to learn that at any moment in our daily life, we can evoke mindfulness and perhaps even one of these mantra like words or short phrases. In those times when we are being hard on ourselves or on others, perhaps breathing in just the word loving kindness arises. And as we breathe out, compassion. Breathing in loving kindness, breathe out compassion. And so we'll continue gauging what we may need in this moment, or just wanting to evoke certain qualities, and maybe repeating these to ourselves as a kind of gentle mantra practice. And as we continue, of course, you will become lost in thoughts from time to time, maybe quite often. This is not a mistake. This is not a problem. You have not failed. This is just what the mind is going to do, whether we want it to or not. If there's a tendency to judge that experience or yourself harshly, this is an opportunity to notice, oh, I'm really being hard on myself for something over which I have no control. In that moment, of course, you have stopped judging yourself. You have softened the experience. The door is open now for some compassion. Hey, I'm only human. This is what my mind does. And isn't it wonderful that I have a mind that thinks? Thank you, mind. Oh, and thank you for teaching me how to become mindful again. Because now I'm present. And maybe I can return this mindful energy back to sensations of breathing, or maybe add that little word or phrase to my breath. So we learn to be kinder toward ourselves, gently, not forcing. And we'll continue in silence. And of course, taking as much time as you need to transition from the practice or to continue practicing if you're on to something interesting. You don't have to stop just because a teacher rings a bell. And so you're invited during your day to evoke and invoke these, maybe the word or phrase that you used or whatever you might need in that moment. Have fun with it. Maybe it's a phrase of loving kindness that you develop, whatever it might be. But the more you plant those seeds in the soil of mindfulness and cultivate them with repetition, the more likely they really are to grow and bear fruit. And you can actually sometimes notice it right away. So thank you for your presence here today. If you have any questions, let me know. I see we have some new comments, but I wanted to comment on one of the comments there. Minnie picked, or Anna in the south of France, has said that this shirt is looking for a ukulele. So hang on one second. Look what I have here. Hey, okay, I'm going to play a little Hawaiian song for you all. Hey, Ave Maria, on the Sapuana. Hey, a one pua, le pakalana. Oh. Hey, akawia mai, on the Sapuana. Hey, a one pua, le pakalana. Oh, doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Well, wrong key, but anyway, there you go. Hi. So, do you have any questions? Thank you for the smiley face. Do you have any questions about the practice that we just did, or any observations, or anything that you noticed? So Ardley likes the planting seeds analogy. We've used this for a long time in terms of loving kindness practice, because sometimes the notion is that something should open right away. And instead, we like to say this is a step by step practice, inch by inch, row by row, going to make this garden grow. You know what I mean? Literally thinking that you should learn the ukulele, trying to decide what kind. This is a tenor ukulele. This is a larger ukulele than your standard soprano ukulele. It has a longer neck and a little bit more ease for fingering. It has a larger body. This happens to be mahogany. And then there is the soprano, which is smaller and has that more gonky gonky ukulele sound, you know. And, but it also has a shorter neck. But you can get a concert ukulele, which has the longer neck, but more of the soprano body. So I recommend one of those two or three, and let me know if you need some help picking that out. Uh, um, love stepping through the mental labyrinth. Thank you. Oh yeah, icing on the cake. Well, sorry, I really was in the wrong key. Um, Paula, not cues, but I'm sitting at the beach for the first time this summer with my feet in the sand and my heart full of joy to have you with me. Oh, that's lovely. That's beautiful. No cues. No cues. No cues. No cues. Not sure what that means. Um, but thank you. That's beautiful that you're there, and thank you all. So I'm here the third Sunday of every month, and intend to stay that way. If you want to, we have a Sangha that we have, I lead Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And you can find it by writing me here at this email address right here on your screen, roger@rogernolan.com. It's a Zoom meeting, goes from 8 to 8:30 with the meditation. Then we have some time for inquiry. On Fridays, we do loving kindness practice. And we've been going now since March 17th, 2020. So glad to have you if you'd like to come in. We still have lots of folks. and I'll send you the link if you send me your email address. Oh, yeah. Well, again, it should have been in D. I played it in C. What can I say? Um, but there you go. Hiya MBS. Oh, okay, cool. MBS, Master of Business Science. Is that what that is? All right, let's see. Love stepping through the labyrinth. Wonderful. Yes, mental labyrinths are possible too. Yeah. Thank you, mind, for teaching me how to become mindful. Become mindful. Well, that's what it does every time it wanders. It's there to teach you how to become mindful. And of course, you're very welcome for all I do here in the community. I love this. Matcha. Hi. Okay, good. Thank you. Good to see you. All right, good. Okay, I'm gonna go now and see what happens. Look at that big hibiscus right there. Isn't that amazing? So I remember once I have a very fond memory of hitchhiking on the island of Maui when I was a young man back in 1968 or 69, and picking hibiscus and coming back to the Cocoa Palms Hotel, which is long gone, and me and several other young people stringing leis out of these hibiscus and putting them on ourselves. It was a wonderful memory. All right, everyone, I'll see you soon next week, or maybe if you want to come to our weekday Sangha, or if you're already a member, I'll see you then. But you don't have to become a member, you just show up. All right, so thank you all. Namaste. Bye for now. Have a great rest of your weekend.